want to begin by saying good afternoon and thanking everyone for being here today. I'd like to begin by recognizing the board members that are here with us today. We've got our chairman, Dan Schmitt, who you'll hear from soon, our vice chair from the Fairfield District, Mr. Roscoe Cooper. We have from the Tuckahoe District, Mr. Jody Rogish, and from the Verona District, Mr. Tyrone Nelson. Misty Roundtree would be here from the Three Chop District, but she is in court. So days like today are possible because of this board's ongoing support and commitment to fiscal wellness and responsible management. You know, I see a dream team from public utilities who, you know, we think back to the days in January, the work that you all did that really defined what is possible to fix a problem that was not of our making. You know, what we're going to be talking about today dovetails with that situation. I want to thank our Director of Public Utilities, Bentley Chan. Bentley, obviously, what we're going to talk about today, our Director of Finance, Sheila Miner, is absolutely, this has never happened before, ever, really, in the United States of America. I want to thank both Sheila and Bentley for your attention to detail and service to this community that continues to exceed any expectations. Today's recognition is no small part a reflection of that dedication. You know, it all starts with the vision of our elected officials and carries through to our staff's commitment to a healthy bottom line and solid stewardship of tax dollars. As you'll soon hear, this recognition is further evidence that Henrico County doesn't just reach for a standard. Rather, ladies and gentlemen, we set the standard. And in this case, that means saving millions of taxpayer dollars as we embark on completing one of the largest, most important utility projects in our county's history, the West to East Waterline Project. Today's announcement ensures that this project will be completed in a timely fashion and within a rate structure that won't adversely impact homeowners and businesses. And just as important, it will help us build a stronger, more resilient utility system that serves our community as one Henrico. Without further ado, I'd like to pass the mic to our chair of the Board of Supervisors, Mr. Dan Schmitt. Mr. Schmitt.
Yes, sir. Thank you, John, and good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. You know, before I get into these remarks, I was glad to be here just a few minutes early. I had a chance to speak with some of the folks in DPU, and we were discussing a little bit about how this group, Mr. Manager, you mentioned it, the dream team, the hardworking crew, how often they work behind the scenes. You know, it's nighttime and you're fixing something, or if everything's running right, no one really understands all the great work you do. Well, they know it now, and this further signifies the ability for this county, this board, to provide you with the resources to continue to do the great job that you do. So again, thank you, Mr. Manager, and good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be here at our water treatment facility where our public utility staff produce an average of more than 25 million gallons of the nation's best tasting drinking water every day. And I note that I say nation's best tasting drinking water statement. It's not hyperbole, that is not made up. Henrico's water took top honors in a national contest back in the spring. It's a testimony to the highest possible standards and quality that this county aims to provide to both our residents, our customers, our visitors, our businesses, everyone who visits this county. Today's announcement offers further validation of those standards, and I'm glad the staff from our public utilities team, our finance department, could join us this afternoon, and as always, it's wonderful to be joined by my colleagues on the board. Not quite 2 months ago, a lot of the same people here today, we were gathered at the Richmond International Airport, if you recall, for an announcement that Henrico had earned a quadruple AAA rating for its general obligation bonds. Henrico was at that time just the third county in the nation to receive the quad AAA rating, meaning that for the first time, the four major credit agencies, S&P, Moody's, Fitch, and now Kroll, had awarded Henrico a AAA status. For our residents, our businesses, our taxpayers, That rating translates into millions of dollars in savings when this county sells bonds to fund projects for our schools, our parks, our roads, and other areas that support this county's high quality of life. At that announcement at the airport, if you recall, Mr. Manager, you adopted the new term Quadzilla to describe the achievement. Well, today, Mr. Manager, if you'll allow me, I'm going to borrow that description and add a little bit to it. And today's announcement, I'd like to dub Quadzilla 2.0. Just yesterday, our public utilities and finance departments learned that the nation's 4 major credit rating agencies had each awarded a AAA rating, the highest possible, to Henrico's water and sewer revenue bonds. This is an incredible accomplishment, folks. The county uses these funds from the sale of these bonds to support projects here at the water treatment facility and at the water reclamation facility across this county in Verona. The revenue bonds also work to fund the pipe and water-related infrastructure our county uses to serve more than 100,000 water and sewer customers. It is my pleasure to announce that Henrico County is the very first public utility in the United States to receive a quadruple AAA rating for water and sewer revenue bonds. First in the United States. Let me say that again. The only jurisdiction, the only water and sewer award for that to receive this quadruple AAA rating. We are the first and only public utility in the nation. We are the only member of the Quadzilla 2.0. We're accepting members and we'll make pins if necessary. This latest quadruple AAA rating means that Henrico will receive the lowest possible interest rate when it goes to the bond market to sell water sewer revenue bonds. In fact, we will soon see the impact of this new rating. At our meeting in September 23rd, my colleagues and I on the board approved the sale of $125 million of these bonds. And also, as the manager noted earlier, we approved plans for design and construction of the west to east water transmission project. This project will install 13 miles of water main and bring the nation's best tasting water that is produced right here at this facility across the county to serve all of our residents in central, western, and eastern Henrico who receive the water from the city, who currently in eastern and central who receive water from the city of Richmond. This quad AAA rating again will translate into millions of dollars of taxpayer savings for our residents, our businesses, and again our taxpayers. It will enhance our efforts to ensure that all Henrico County residents are served by a water system that is both resilient and redundant, and I'll add is reliable. That water crisis that thousands of our residents in central and eastern Henrico endured last January must never be repeated. This elite bond rating status underscores Henrico County's commitment to excellence in fiscal management and leadership in all aspects of governance. It recognizes our long-standing excellence in fiscal stewardship and financial performance. And it also emphasizes our implicit understanding that enduring fiscal excellence takes years to obtain. It is the product of hard work and dedication of many, including elected officials, executive leadership, but it also includes every single individual, both frontline staff and the folks in the office making it possible. And this is accomplished only over many decades. It is a product of Henrico's determination to put people first and to always do the people's business. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you, Mr. Manager. And let's turn it over to our Utilities Director, Bentley Chan. Bentley?
Thank you, Mr. Schmitt and Mr. Manager, and thank you everyone for attending today. We were discussing on the way over what would be the next iteration of the manager's colorful description of Quadzilla because it's a little difficult to fit quad into something like Mothra. Perhaps Mecha Quadzilla? But Quadzilla 2.0 works just fine. This bond rating would not be possible without the support of this board, county leadership, our dedicated staff and partners, and our community. It is representative of the county's commitment to not just really tasty water, but to building and operating tomorrow's sustainable, resilient, reliable, and redundant infrastructure today. This $125 million will help fund not only the design and construction of the 13 miles of 42-inch water pipeline to make available, reliable, and redundant public drinking water service to all county residents and businesses, and assist future efforts to expand drinking water services throughout the region, but will allow for the continued renewal and expansion of the infrastructure that provides important and vital public services to our community.